being around normal people. I'm used to being around people that are in an atypical situation, not abnormal people. People in an atypical situation. So you're my first normal. So one of the guys was gracious enough said, "Who says we're not atypical?" So we're going to go from there. The first thing on the board here is one of two ideas that I put in front of people when I'm trying to teach them. Remember, this is a 1.5 hour gig. I'm trying to do it in 20 minutes. Or just give you the idea of it in 20 minutes. Does anybody in here know how much 2 to the 9 to 0 is? Does anybody care? I don't know. And that's the first thing I teach people. I don't know very much. I know enough to do planet Earth one day at a time, and that's all I need to know. That's the first principle I try to get across. Change. The second thing I do is I say, you like language? Get over it! In any language, there are 500 core words. Did you know that? And they're all civil. And that's most of what we do all day to each other every day. All that skewed stuff on the left and the right, the up and the down and around, get over it. Practice forgiveness, asking forgiveness, and forgetfulness. And forgetfulness means let go of it and don't let it touch you again. Get over your yesterday's newspapers and stay in today. Well, I'm going to give you an example up here, the idea of language. Cliff, Scott Benson, Jim Boswell and Scott Benson have been meeting 2 hours a week for 3 years. It was war. Our language is not the same. We're from 3 different states, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and Texas, and 3 different states of mind. And trust me, we offended each other regularly. And that's where I learned, get over it. Get over the English language, folks. A little illustration of what I'm talking about. When we're interacting with each other, we're interacting on a range of meaning with words. The word illumination means light. And when I'm talking to you, or I'm interacting with my 2 buddies, I'm fire and lightning. You can tell by me. And they're gracious, and they're beautiful, and they use the English language with such grace, and I'm like a machine gun going. I can't do that. I can't be gracious. I don't know how, but I'm better. Okay? Next slide. Those 2 principles, when I'm in front of people and I've got enough time to get it done, I watch them relax, folks. Get over the English language. When somebody puts that in front of you and tells you to get over it, I watch them relax. I don't know why. Maybe that's touching you a little bit. Get over it. Next slide. So I went from those 2 principles to some other principles, and I started looking at the way we function. I said, my gosh, we are busy beings. So I came up with the idea of the frolicking antics and frantic mechanics of human emotings, dotings, and doings. We are among, now you may not know this, and you may think you know this, but you probably don't know what I'm getting ready to say. We're emotional beings first. And we've been programmed culturally that we're not. Passion is who we are. And it's been inhibited. I'm more passionate by accident than ever was on purpose in the past because I found out emotions are okay. Being an emotional person is not only okay, it's who we are and how we function first. And we have 7 emotional systems wrapped around everything we do every day, protecting us from ourselves and the world around us. I can't go into that now because we only have an hour and a half. So we're emoting first. And we're also doting. We're doting on each other. That just means we're tribal folks. These 2 guys that I've been meeting for 3 years, we're so close we can't stand it. Not to get together. I overslept yesterday. They called me, wake me up. I didn't even think. I just got out there to Cliff's house. That's how close we are. We got to be together at least once a week, doting on each other. Now our doings. Next slide. As an individual, we are. Next slide. I'm sorry. Going on. There we go. As an individual, we're busy. Now I'm going to start with conception. The sperm hits the egg, the self arrives, and I go, how did I get here? Use your imagination a little bit. 1943, I arrived. And then I turned age 3, age 6, age 12, age 24 to 32, and age 35. Man, this is really difficult to do this type. Okay, so what happens? From conception to age 3, I'm a mammal. All mammals are mammals. When a puppy dog, a kitty cat, an elephant, and a zebra hits the ground, they hit the ground running, folks. We got to be in mama's arms. Figuratively speaking, for 3 to 6 years. We're built different. Not better, not worse than. When those dadgum critters hit the ground, their frontal lobes fully developed. We're so precious and complex that it takes us a while for our frontal lobe to develop, and our other parts of our brain and our nervous system. By age 3, the next slide. By age 3, we're walking and talking, picking up our toys, having to feed ourselves, dress ourselves. From conception to age 6, we're downloading our environment. We're not even cognitive yet, don't know it. We're mimicking mama's eyes. Mama's eyes are telling me what's good or bad, right or wrong, left or right. Mama's eyes are running my life unless she's working. And I got peer restraint. By age 12, around age 12, my cognitive skills kick in. We don't even have to think much until then. Because we're downloading for 6 years, we're going to school from 6 to 12, we're getting outside data in a systematic way, and we're learning how to use it. We're an amazing piece of work. And part of what I'm saying is a generalization that's a little beyond the norm, but that's all right. Now here we get up to age 24 to 32, and that frontal lobe finally kicks in. What does that mean? That means, if I can remember this, I got my college degree. I got married. I got a career. I got a mortgage. I got a car payment. Oh my God, I got to do this the rest of my life? Frontal lobe fully developed, 24 to 32, and I've given you my example for what that means to me. Now, for those of you that are 35 or older, which is several, when I get up in the morning after 35, my body does not get up like the rest of me. My mind is like it was at 20, but my body's got some quirks. Next slide, please. So by age 35, I've gone from conception to age 35, and when I was conceived, 4 new functions came into this universe. And they've been riding me the whole time from conception to age 35. Stress and nurture, pride and worship. Now, why did I use those words? Because I chose those words. Remember, language is on range. You don't like my words, use your words. I'm in the book and I'm saying that. What is this guy? Stress. 100,000 heartbeats a day. That's healthy stress. We get all kinds of stress. The healthiest stress is the heart. Nurture, family, whatever. Pride. It's all about me from conception to age 3. And then I have to start taking responsibility and doing chores and following rules. Well, worship means to bow down to something. That's all it means. It's a religious word, but it's also a social word. Next slide. Now we're doing our amazing little body. Let's just look at the body. We've got an idea of this chain of how we function and how we grow into responsibility in adulthood. We've got 100 trillion cells in the body, plus or minus. You know that? Anybody know that? Come on, get your hand up if you know. I didn't know that 3 years ago. They know it because they've had to hear it. 100 trillion cells. Thus, we generate 300 billion. 300 billion new cells a day. We're busy. The skin is our largest organ. It's shedding all the time, but thank God we don't have to look at it. About every 333 days, we displace the equivalent of 100 trillion cells, figuratively speaking. Fortunately, it's not all the cells. And it's over time. Skin cells, much busier. Gut cells, much busier. Lifelong cells. We've got 3 lifelong cells. You know, when I discovered this, it was so much fun for me. Part of the eye. is lifelong cells. Yeah, it's really amazing how much went into it. The heart is lifelong cells. The heart is an entrepreneur in the body. It's got an independent signal system to run it. It outlives the rest of us. And most of us, it doesn't matter. We're going to be already dead. The heart itself is an independent contractor, carrying blood through the body, taking oxygen and nutrients and carrying out the trash, carbon dioxide. And then there's our nervous system, our emotional system, 7 emotional systems, guide us and protect us, desire in a positive and a negative way, play and care. These 4 positive reward systems. The 3 negatives that we think are negatives are not negatives, they're keeping us from killing ourselves. Rage, fear, and panic. These 7 emotional systems are wrapped around everything we do. And I wish I could go into more because I nearly cry sometimes when I think about how amazing we really are. We are an amazing piece of work. Thank you. Now, you get up in the morning, minding your own business, and through the day you got about 75,000 conscious actions to take care of. There's an organization by Tony Schwartz called the EnergyProject.com, and their research is that about 95% of what we do every day is okay. And it's also ritual. I get up in the morning, I go to the bathroom, I hit my knees and pray briefly, I get my clothes on, I make my bed, I keep my bedroom clean. I don't care about the rest of the house. My bedroom is right for me. I got to order. I got to cool. Because my nervous system, I'm a pretty emotional guy, needs that. So I got 75,000 conscious thoughts going on, 100 trillion cells, and I got a question here. How much of that of those 100 trillion cells activity do you do consciously? Anybody? Somebody say something. How much? None. Wow. We are awesome. Oh, what an awesome piece of work, folks. So, next slide. So here's my point. I'm around a lot of people, a lot of stress, a lot of grief, all week long. I love it. And the point I'm making when I tell them this is this. 99.99%